built in I think it was started in 1898, and it was actually constructed in 1899, occupied in 1900. From the beginning, the ground floor was divided into two businesses that were rented out, and the Oddfellows would walk up their center stair to their second floor lodge facility. They began the addition of the third floor in February 1907, and they had it completed enough by May 1907 to host a state convention. That was with no power tools, no power lifts. I think they added the third floor because this was a row building, and there was no ventilation on the second floor because there were no side windows. There was the front window, and there was a balcony. Even when it was a second floor building, there was a balcony. So they had front and rear, but there was no side ventilation, and I think they just got hot. So they added a floor. They moved their lodge facility up to the third floor, and they partitioned the second floor into various and sundry offices. They owned it from its inception until 1987, but following the Depression and World War II, their membership was so decimated that they really were not a very active group. Though in 1900, the International Order of Oddfellows was the largest fraternal organization in America. But by the time World War II ended and people came back, the membership declined. I think the last minutes that are recorded are from 1960. We bought it in 2008, and we began working to do a historical preservation. We worked with Larry Albert and with the Mississippi Department of Archives and History and the National Park Service to do a historical preservation of this building. It took us from 2009 to 2011 to complete it. It had to be completely rewired, replumbed. Well, first, it had been carved up. This particular floor had been carved up into like 16 different rooms. The ceilings had been lowered to 9-foot ceilings. The front had been, where it is alcoved, the front had been bumped out to be even with the sidewalk, and aluminum frame windows added. The balcony had either caved in or been removed. The floor that is most original is the third floor, which was the addition from 1907 and housed their ceremonial room. And it has the original floors, it has wainscoted walls, and it's the original wainscoting, the original plaster walls. The ceilings had rusted out, but we could see what they looked like, and we had the tin tiles replicated. The windows had been replaced many, many times with different kinds of windows, but we put what was probably there. A lot of it is speculation. We didn't intend to do the restoration we did, but when we removed the partitions and when we took out the asbestos tile ceiling and ripped up the asbestos tile floor, we saw that this was a remarkable building. It was gorgeous, and we just couldn't bear to change it from how it was originally built. This place has a spirit of creativity and of caring and sharing. The Oddfellows motto, their logo is a 3-link chain and unbroken, with each link one is love, one is truth, one is friendship. And we just wanted to retain the spirit of that. I think it's a link between the past and the present, and a hope for the future, that this building could stand in pristine splendor 117 years after its creation, and still be a meaningful part of the community is an endorsement of how Spirit lives.